What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite YouTuber, austonholleman, and it is about 9 a.m. here, Thursday, February 27th, here in Nairobi, Kenya. Sorry if you can hear them. They're building houses over there across the street. I'm about to head to the gym. So I know you guys watched the interview yesterday about the import-export with my guest, Kevin. It seems like a lot of you guys loved it, and the reason that I did that interview was because I seen so many people whining in the comments for months about, you only talking about women, even though we only made one video about women in 7 months. But y'all were saying find ways for expats to come over there and sustain themselves or to grow their wealth. So that's exactly what I did. I have more subjects like agriculture and other industries as well. I'm not going to give up information too soon. But we started with import-export. And if you guys like what you heard, which I had people text me about the interview saying that they would be at the webinar. And again, if you want to go to the webinar, you click the link in the first pinned comment or the description. And when you go to that link, it's going to say there will be a detailed list about what it's about. It's going to say the time is Thursday, March 6th at 6 p.m. East African time, which I believe that's 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. It says it on the thing, so you can see. You pay the fee to get the booking, and then it sends you a link to go to another place to register for the webinar, where you'll be reminded for the webinar. Now, why should you go to this webinar? Again, if you have the desire to expand your business, or you want to help other small businesses expand from the United States to Kenya or vice versa, and you like what you heard and you want more in-depth conversations with a live expert, okay, he's been doing this for over a decade. If you want it with a live expert and you want step-by-step tutorials on how can you do this yourself, the webinar is something that I highly recommend that you do. You'll be able to find high ticket items to help export everything that you would need to do to become the import-export guy for a small business or several other small businesses in between the two countries. Also be displaying real-world success stories where you guys can learn more in depth on the mistakes that these small businesses made and that our guest Kevin made whenever he first started getting into this industry. I highly recommend it, you guys. That's the second time he's been on the channel. You guys remember when I first came back, he was on the channel for raising a family. I believe it was raising a family or being a retiree in Nairobi. So he's a retiree and he still keeps himself occupied in Nairobi by doing this. Now, the cost to sign up for the webinar far outweighs the value that you'll get on it. But if you want to join the webinar, do not wait. We are only allowing up to 25 people. We're only allowing up to 25 people to the webinar. Why is that? Because we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to speak with the with the speaker, Kevin, and everybody's able to get a real teacher class-like experience, not just like a YouTube video like this where I say something, or let me say if 50 people is on the webinar panel, everybody might not get a question answer, or they might not get a one-on-one experience, it seems like. And if you do want just a solo one-on-one experience, and we can go talk about that afterwards, or if you book a consultation, that can come with that as well. But in the meantime, click the link in the first pinned comment in the description. Use this as a way to live in Nairobi or to help small businesses in between the two countries link and bridge the gap between both markets. Let me know what you guys think. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. And remember, click the link, pay for the fee, and then register on the link that the ticket will send you. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna plug this part in the video earlier. I actually was done recording this video, but I had just got a text from my tattoo artist. He was watching the interview from last night, and he brought up a good point. He said he can go weeks looking for black ink or needles here in Kenya. For example, I had to buy him tattoo. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to buy him all the equipment. I told him get everything that you would need, for a certain period of time so you can do tattoos, and the needles, everything else, because I do know that it's hard to get certain things like those types of needles here in Kenya. And guys, the way to do import export, let me go ahead and clear this, is not to just buy a bunch of shit on Amazon and try to resell it, or go in Alibaba and just buy a bunch of shit and then try to resell it. There is a legitimate way, and it is a lot more complex than just buy it online and ship it over here and resell it. It's way more complex starting a real business in Kenya doing that. Do it the right way. Join the webinar. Go with the expert. We were literally shooting that video inside of a store that he helped bridge to Colorado. Okay, they're in Colorado and they're here in the States. And they're building another one, I think, off of Ngong Road, too. So, guys, do it the right way. I have better stuff to do than sit around and make this stuff up, okay? This should be obvious. Import-export is an actual industry. You don't want to miss the webinar. I'll see you guys there.